Hey guys, how's it going? Grindtastic Games back again. So today I wanted to talk to you guys. Over the weekend, I go to a site called The Chive, and I saw a thing that was all about millennials posting tweets, kind of, cleverly addressing the issues that millennials have that past generations did not, whether it was the baby boomers or, whoever. But I noticed that there were a lot, and I mean a lot of millennials complaining about the idea of a house being just unobtainable. And I had to kind of give you guys the simple like truth as to the fact that a house is 100% obtainable. If you cannot, and I mean cannot, obtain a house, then you've made a mistake in some way because it is not nearly as difficult as millennials make it out to be. Now, obviously, what I'm going to say is not going to prove true for every single person, but for the majority of people, it comes down to a very simple concept of living within your means, really, is what it comes down to. And honestly, it's something that I feel like millennials, people around my age, don't remember. So I'm kind of going to give you guys our background a little bit, where we came from, what I mean, and how you can also make sure that whenever the time does come, you are able to have a house. And that's it. So first off, we, Mrs. Grindtastic and I, we both, finished our high school. We went to college. She ended up getting a degree um, in studio art or studio design. I can't remember which it was. And I got my degree in computer development. I'm a computer programmer, so I make websites. Neither of us make a crazy income, you know. Um, I will not say exactly what my income is because I feel like that is a private matter, but it's not insanely high. I'm not making six figures. I'm not working in Silicon Valley type levels. The people who work for Silicon Valley companies are straight up spoiled in how much they make. Like, being 100% honest, it's ridiculous. They make like they make ridiculous amounts of money as developers doing the exact same thing as me. And oftentimes their development time can be longer or more screwed up than a typical company, but you know, this is just from the stuff that I see personally. I could be wrong. It could be that they go through three different phases that make things happen once, but they've done them three times. I don't know. But point is, I digress. I'm not making a ton of money. I am making well below a six-figure salary. And with that, the key comes from living within your means. So the wife and I, like I said, we both went to college and got degrees. We graduated and got into the real world. We had, I think it was like $65,000 in debt. It was a lot of debt. Now, this is the first point that I can talk to you guys about watching your finances. So, step one, I know that everyone wants to go to an Ivy League school. I know that everyone wants to go to their big name state school. In Missouri, MU, in Kansas, KU, in uh, Pittsburgh, maybe it's Pittsburgh State for you. I don't know what your big school is, but here's a simple fact. That school does not guarantee you a job. It does not guarantee you a better job or better pay than if you went to a state school that was not, you know, Pittsburgh State or MU or KU. I graduated from UCM here in Missouri, and I'm getting paid the exact same as a web developer that graduated from MU. But here's the difference. It cost me in 3 years, I think my loans only added like $10,000 in 3 years. My brother went to MU. Granted, he was going for respiratory therapy, so a little bit more complex, complicated, more advanced. I don't know what way you would say it of a topic, but here's the thing: a large chunk of what it takes or what it costs to go into a course, a major, is going to be standardized. For example, you have a base fee every year for your schooling, period. No matter whether you are an education major, an art major, a computer major, or an engineering or respiratory therapist major. Same, like, $8,000 cost base, and then your classes get added on top of that in addition. So, needless to say, my brother was getting something like 10,000 per year as a cost of schooling. Meanwhile, I put 3 years in for only half that. So, it was crazy low how much it cost in comparison to his schooling. So just remember, you do not have to go to that top thing. We get more, I've seen more graduates in my jobs from UCM and places like that than I have from MU or KU. It's just a fact of the matter. And guess what? The businesses love us from UCM, UMKC, St. Louis University, all these things. They love us. I've yet to see a KU or an MU grad really, but yeah. So that's step one. Remember, you don't have to spend an insane amount of money to get what you want. Second step is once you do graduate, it's going to be important that you remember how to budget, how to balance, what you are spending and whatnot, because you have to pay off all those loans. And let me tell you, as a matter of fact, that when you are paying or doing your loans or whatever, you are only required to pay, this base cost per month. But it is absolutely a benefit to pay more than that and get rid of it before the interest gets to an insane amount. Now, again, this is where things could be different between you and me because I know that every different loan has different amounts and whatnot, different conditions. Sometimes if you actually spend more or if you paid off more than you really have to at the time, they actually punish you. That's one way that the thing does it. But, it's just this situation where it's good to pay off as much as possible before interest starts kicking in. Because once that interest starts kicking in, you have literally as much interest as you have principal, which is the base amount that you had borrowed. I know people who borrowed, we'll say 60,000, and by the time that their loan is actually paid off, interest alone will be in the 50s. That's doubling the amount that they are owing. That is insane. And you don't have to do it. All you have to do is rather than playing every new game that comes out, getting every new console, building every computer, or whatever the case may be, you just have to look at things, go, yeah, I could get all four of these games, but I can also get just these two because I only have time for two anyways. And I can, put a little bit of money towards this or that and pay off this loan faster or whatever the case is. And with that, you're able to get so much more money into your bank that you're able to do a down payment on a house, and you're able to get all these things that a lot of millennials think isn't even possible right now. So, needless to say, it's very important that you live within your means and you can get a house as well. A big saying in mine and my in-laws' house is pay yourself first. This means whenever you get your paycheck, they take the taxes out. That's now done for the end of the year. Then you take however much it is that you're saving up. We'll say in this case it's 10% of a paycheck in this case. Take that 10% out, put it in a savings account, not a checking account, and you should be able to save up quite a bit quickly. And I'm saying this not because I want to, not because I feel like I'm more intelligent than any of you guys. I'm saying this because it's a thing that not every family or school talks about, and it's something that people might go, "Oh, I can, save up and get what the amount of money that I want over time, I can handle that later." But people don't realize how quickly that time's going to come up on you. For example, the wife and I, we paid off our loans. Check. Now we were able to put everything into savings. We got a couple of cars whenever we were in high school, and they were old junkers. They crapped out. That means we had a sudden like $5,000 to $10,000 sum of money just going out all of a sudden, like out of the blue. We didn't see it coming or anything. So then on top of that, we had different things happening where maybe the rent was able to have more money spent on it, or we needed to go on a trip somewhere with family or something like that. And having all of our loans paid off and having the ability to put all that money in the bank account allowed us to do a lot of stuff. And I'm going to tell you guys honestly, we have some friends right now who they constantly spend and they have no money in their bank accounts ever. And we have one friend who's a year ahead of us who bought a house and is now uh, he bought it with his wife at the time. Now he's divorced, but he's sitting here with this mortgage that he put no money down on. He got the house, yes, but it cost him a lot because now he's stuck with a subprime loan type situation where he's going to be paying interest on this every single month for the rest of owning that house. And with that, it's not good, period. He's going to have like double of his stuff, double the interest, or double the payments due to interest. So, this is really just a discussion to kind of tell you guys and to inform you guys that it, you'll, we personally keep 6 months of expenses minimum in our savings just to handle any unexpected events, any situations that might come up. We have money for it. If one of our cars broke down and we had to fully replace it, we could do that and still keep enough money to, pay our bills and handle all that stuff. So, guys, I want all of you to be able to have a house whenever it comes that time. So please remember to save, pay yourself, pay off your loans as quickly as possible so that you don't have to fight that interest forever. And you guys can all have houses in no time at all. So just, be smart with your money, and you guys have this. So thanks for watching. I will see you guys next time. Peace.